Man, these niggas hoes. I already know. Too real, I cannot go. You feel me? On my break, I got roughly 10 minutes with y'all, solid 10. You feel me? A lot of people are stalking me and shit. They stalking me. You feel me? Stalking me and shit, man. They do it because they have to. You feel me? Niggas do that shit because they have to, my nigga. It's just plain and simple. We're not going to even complicate things and tell you niggas, because the female anatomy and the male term. No, we're not even going to do that. It's a bunch of baloney. People do things because they have to. They're going to hate on you because they have to do it. You feel me? They have to. They got no choice, my nigga. They have to. It's sad. See? I try to have a healthy perspective on life itself. And the more I deal with this newcomers of haters, I'm starting to realize that my life wasn't even that bad, my nigga. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm starting to be very appreciative of my upbringing. And the things that I had to learn and the ass whippings that I took. I am starting to appreciate these things more. Lately, I have to say. And this is just me being truthful and as honest as possible. You feel me? He's gonna be in the gate real quick, you feel me? I'm just appreciating those ass whippings. Those nights when I was just walking by it was in Africa, by the way. And those nights I was walking by the hallway next to my uncle's room. And I mistakenly bumped onto his door and it woke him up and punishment started. First he whipped my ass, of course, just for me mistakenly waking him up. Then I had to do a stand. Literally, it's a stand. It's like a statue stand. While he's sleeping, I cannot disturb him while I'm in this position of a statue. I literally had to, how the fuck that shit goes? I had to put one hand on my nose and the other hand, well, one hand, this would be considered a hand, right? Yep. Well, this is a hand right here. Then one, whatever. You have to put one hand on your nose, one finger on your nose, and the other hand finger on your left toe. And you have to lift one of your legs up. It's ridiculous. I can't even explain it unless I show it to you. And I had to stay there while he's sleeping. Boy, that builds stamina. Because it's like you be so petrified to do anything else. So I'm there, shaking. I was there for so long that I'm sweating. No lie. And this was my punishment for not taking into consideration that he had to work the night. He worked the night before. He's working this night, and I ain't taking into consideration that. You feel me? And of course, when they put you through such military fucking draining, you will have all the sense in the world. Your senses just work. You feel me? You just be more acknowledging. You just be more mindful of things. You wouldn't want to even make mistakes on purpose. You feel me? And this is what happened. I had to stay there and I was dripping in sweat. My body was shaking. Then he got up from his nap, forgetting that I was even there. This is all right, you could go. I couldn't even walk out the room. Shaking, I was like, this fuck. But that made me strong as hell. You feel me? That's just a few punishments that I had to go through. And as I go through me interacting with these different kind of entities in life itself, in United States of America, of course, I'm coming to the realization that, yeah, I appreciate those ass whipping, my nigga. Because it really set my mind straight. I can't even lie. Compared to these other people, you feel me? Let it pass. It really did. It's like you want to disrespect somebody who's disrespecting you. You want to retaliate, but it's like I have a preserved respect for people who don't even deserve respect. It's like It's like of the strength of somebody else that I respect and they in the same age group, I kind of preserve that respect for them. And it's weird and I hate it, but yet it's commendable. You feel me? And they had me going back to my teachings and everything else. And I know I got an old soul from the way I think and the way I carry myself and everything else like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful, man. Cause some of these niggas, man, monkey see, monkey do, man. You feel me? The monkey see, monkey do. You feel me? It's like, it's amazing. Cause people be like, yo, I knew that man for 12 years. He would never do that to me. He would never then bomb. I show up. You happen to have a nice conversation with me. He happened to be very upset with me about something that I said, about something that's attached to him in some form of shape or matter. Now he's mad at his best friend for 10 plus years. What kind of person you think this is? You feel me? How can you let one person, how can they use me as an excuse for the things that they do? Is that even acceptable? In what world does that make sense to you? How can you be solid individual for 10 plus years in a relationship with your so-called best friend? Then one person came and changed who you are entirely. What kind of power are you giving me? I mean, y'all think about it, man. This shit ain't rocket science, man. You know what I mean? Or was it an excuse? Was it something that they was waiting to exercise already? And when the excuse, like me, when I came through, they used me as an excuse to exercise something that was already in them. You feel me? That's what you niggas y'all need to start asking questions like that. Why would they give somebody like me all this power to say it's because of him? That's why I feel like this. And they start categorizing me as a group. And I'm like, yo, it's just me, my nigga. Like, why you categorizing me, my nigga? You feel me? Like, these are very concerning. You feel me? I just go back to the question, is this a new feeling? What is this? And this is just not in Cali. I'm just talking about everywhere that I've went. This is what goes on. New Jersey, New York, California, you name it, Staten Island, all kinds of places. I've been there. And it's like, damn, out of nowhere niggas start changing. Like, really? My energy is that powerful that it drove you to act the way you acted. How come you people don't take no accountability then for the things that you do? Some of these niggas ain't even need no practice. They jump right into it. And I come to the realization that these niggas, man, listen, B, let me tell you something, man. Everybody have their own problems. We definitely all do. But any opportunity that comes its way, it's like an open door. They're opportunists. So once I come in there, it's like, this is the perfect escape. And they use, it's as if people are just waiting to get mad. It's like any little thing they get mad about. Corona happened. People just find an excuse to run into stores and break into stores and steal things, then call it poverty. Come on, man. If you was hungry, you would go into a food store and steal food. You niggas was going to Louis Vuitton and everything else like that. You feel me? People will always find an excuse to exercise their demons once the opportunity presents itself. We can take a look throughout the whole of history. I ain't even got to mention nobody. For God is my witness. People will always seek opportunity to do bad bidding. They will. So when they tell you excuses about me and all that he did this and that, trust me, man. This is just another excuse for them to exercise their demons, just like their forefathers have, just like former humans have, just like Pedro and Rodriguez have. I'm just joking. But just like all these niggas have in the history of mankind, just like Hitler did to the Jews, like people always use that as an excuse, just like the Europeans did to the Africans, just like the Europeans did to the Indians. The Europeans doing everything. Just like the Roman Catholic did it to the rest of the world. You feel me? People will find any form of excuse to unleash their will on other people. It's as if they need an excuse. Hold on, I got one more minute. Is the feeling of needing an excuse to stand in place of the guilt that you're going to feel. Is the need to find an excuse to stand in place of the guilt that you need, that you're feeling. That's what people need to understand. These people find an excuse to stand in place of the guilt that they feel when they're for the things that they think of. So when the excuse come along, they be like, ha, I got one and I'm going to do it. Because they wanted to do it in the first place, but it was the guilt of doing it without a cause. So now you become the cause for them to push forward and do these things without feeling guilty or shame about it, because now they have an excuse to do it. You feel me? So be careful of those. Long message short. Be careful of those who find an excuse. Be careful of those who find an excuse to do things that they claim. It's because of him. It's because it's this, but.